We're going to sum up this round with what we are calling our 2-minute volley round. This is a special exercise in which the debaters are asked to compress their comments to 30 seconds in the answer to one question. The question is going to start on this side, go to that side for 30 seconds, that side for 30 seconds, that side for 30 seconds, and at the end of 30 seconds, you will hear that. And the question is to go back to the one that we left aside before, which was the issue of which system ultimately will result or is resulting in the greatest amount of justice done. A system in which victims primarily would be, or where will, the question really should be, where will victims be most likely to find justice? By going through the court system or by going through, generally speaking, the tribunals that we're talking about coming up on campuses under Title IX. So everybody understands the distinction between the question. I want to go to this side first. Which of you would like to go first? Stephen?
Well, okay,
your 30 seconds starts now.
I'll start. I think there's absolutely no question that you'd get more justice and better results if victims have options and if society itself has a mix of remedies and a mix of ways to responding more moderately or more severely depending on all the circumstances. And it doesn't serve anybody's interest to have an either-or situation where either nothing happens or a ton of bricks comes down on somebody's head.
Your time is up. This side.
The courts have the competence, the impartiality, the neutrality to do this properly. That's where you get justice. Nobody's talking about barring the schools from doing anything. The question is, and I'd like you to send this message, that courts should be the ones deciding these cases because that's the institution we've built up for 200 years to do justice. And it's not happening in a conflict of interest-ridden and error-ridden process.
We've got 200 years of history where the courts and the police have not taken sexual assault seriously. And the notion that closing off an option for victims and forcing them to go to a system that is beholden to different interests and disinterested in equality, disinterested in their civil rights, and disinterested in their ability to maintain their schooling, it's not a recipe for justice. Today, if you have an acquaintance rape situation and you don't have some physical evidence of harm, you get nowhere.
Yes. I think that it is clear that the idea that schools are more interested in justice for victims, that they're more interested in their well-being, that they're more interested in the correct outcomes, that is absurd. Schools are entrenched in conflicts of interests, in all kinds of problems, in different loyalties to different entities, their alumni to their current students, different political forces, and our court system, hey, it's really flawed, we know that, but that is what it's designed to do, to try to sort these out.